Hi friends, Dr. Melissa here, your friendly neighborhood anti-diet and body shame smashing East Asian medicine doc and skin expert. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If this is your first time watching my channel, welcome. If you've watched before, hello again. I'd love so much if you would subscribe to my channel and also like this video and share it with anyone you think might benefit from my holistic approach to skincare and wellness practices. I want to welcome you to another episode of Makeup Free Monday, the show where I give barefaced facts about skincare and wellness. Today we're going to be chatting about one of my very favorite topics, hydration. We're going to talk about why it's so important, and then we're going to talk about a few ways to get more water in your day. So let's get going.
Wake up, hydrate, don't worry about the makeup. Dr. Melissa's on your side. She's a cool doctor, gonna slay your body shaming ways. You're gonna take care of yourself today. Everybody, love your body. She's my self-care doc. Everybody, love your body. She's my self-care doc.
So have you ever heard the phrase that we're about 2/3 water? It's mostly true. The average person consists of about 60 to 64% water, and this water is spread throughout all the various tissues, body fluids, and body parts. Now, certain parts of the body take more water to run efficiently and effectively. Like your brain and your heart, they're about 73% water. Your lungs are about 83% water. Skin weighs in at about 64%. Muscles and kidneys at 79%. And even things like your bones clock in at 31% water. So water is all around your body. So that means when you take in water, your body uses it to do so many different things. In fact, there's 7 major functions of water. So water lubricates the joints in our bodies. Water carries nutrients throughout our bodies. Water cleanses our body tissues and our blood of waste products. Water serves as the solvent for minerals and many vitamins, amino acids, glucose, and other small yet entirely essential molecules in our bodies. Water actively participates in so many chemical reactions taking place in our body at all times. Water serves as a shock absorber inside our bodies, namely inside our eyes, our spinal cord, our joints, and also in the amniotic sac that surrounds a fetus for pregnant people out there. And finally, water aids in maintaining our body's proper temperature. So, what does dehydration actually look like? Well, I'm going to pull up a little chart here and we can go over it together. So, we're going to start with some mild dehydration, which is less than 5% of your body weight. So, less than 5% of your body weight dehydration. So, of course, thirst. Thirst is one of those signs that pops up. Of course, if you're dehydrated, you'll be thirsty. And then sudden unexplained weight loss. You could be losing water weight really rapidly. Rough, dry skin. You'll notice that texture. You'll notice some flaking. A rapid pulse. Dry mouth, dry throat, or dry body linings. You might end up with a little dry cough, or you might feel like you have a sort of sticky taste in your mouth. Low blood pressure is another side effect. And of course, low energy and weakness. If your body doesn't have enough water to do all of its functions, it's gonna sort of go wah. So lack of energy is a big one. Then impaired kidney function. And of course, if you're not drinking a lot, you're not going to urinate a lot. So you may have a scanty urine. Now, severe dehydration is a much more dangerous action. So the symptoms of these, of course, are a little bit more severe. So once we get above 5% of your body weight dehydration, you're looking at a paler complexion. You may even get bluish lips and fingertips. That's a circulation thing. Your body doesn't have enough water in it to circulate. You may find yourself feeling confused or disoriented. And then that pulse is gonna go from just rapid to a little bit irregular and possibly weak pulse. Your breathing will change and become a little more rapid and shallow. And, the blood doesn't have enough moisture to move around, so it's a little bit thicker. Things feel more stagnant, which can lead to things like shock and seizures and comas, and in incredibly severe cases, which is a way higher amount of dehydration for a prolonged period of time, it can cause death. So that's pretty not fun to think about. So how much water do you need to drink every day to avoid these symptoms? Now, of course, everybody is different and has different needs, but there are some general guidelines for water consumption that are pretty well accepted. The recommendations have varied over the years, but the current recommended daily intake for an adult is between 9 and 13 cups per day. That sounds like a lot, but it's mainly based on body weight and body size. One of the general rules is to take your body weight and divide it in half, your body weight in pounds, and divide it in half, and that equals your supposed daily ounces that you're supposed to consume. Now, of course, there's a lot of nuances in that, but I say aim for about 70 ounces a day and see how you feel from there, and then possibly increase it a little bit more. Now, you'll need to consume even more water if any of the following are true. On days that you consume alcohol, if you consume alcohol, on days that you consume caffeine, if you consume caffeine, if you're in a cold weather, if you consume a large amount of dietary fiber in your diet, if you have a disease that disturbs your water balance, like diabetes or kidney diseases, if you're inside a forced air environment with artificial heat or artificial cooling, that's going to require a little bit more water. If you're in a high altitude or extremely hot weather or high humidity, if you eat large amounts of protein, salt, or sugar, you're going to need more water to flush that through. If you are in ketosis, that will require more water. If you're on a diuretic, because a diuretic is making you shed water, you're going to need more water to replace that. Now, if you're participating in exercise or any sort of physical activity, some fun movement, you will probably need some more water. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, you definitely need more water. And if you are not feeling well, this is either if you have some sort of illness or fever, or if you've had a recent surgery or blood loss, or even something like a burn requires more water in your life. And then finally, if you're very young or very old in age, you may need a little bit more than the half your body weight in ounces. So those are kind of general guidelines. If you want more help with some of the nuances, I'm always happy to facilitate that. But like I said, about 70 ounces a day is a great spot to start, and then move your way up from there. Now, how do you get more water into your diet? The easiest way to do this is to carry with you a water bottle. If you buy a fun water bottle and take it everywhere you go, just having it near you sometimes can motivate you to drink more water. Now, I can attest to this because I carry my water bottle everywhere. And as you can see, I have drank a little bit past the 4 o'clock line. So we're doing good today. I do 3 of these per day. So another way to get more water into your life is to drink a glass of water right first thing when you wake up in the morning. It's an easy way to knock out a couple servings and will help you get on the right track for the day of consuming water. Now, speaking of track, another way that I found that helps people stay on track for drinking water is to actually track the water intake. So you can either journal it on paper, or if you have an online journal, there's also lots of free applications on your phone or computer that can help you track your water intake, or you can use a device like a Fitbit to help you track. That's what I use. And lastly and simply, be mindful while you're drinking that water. Don't look at drinking water as a chore. Think about all of those amazing things that we talked about a little bit earlier that water does for your body every time you take a sip. Bringing mindfulness into things can increase your enjoyment of water in your daily life, and in turn will probably also increase your consumption. So with that, that's all I have for you today about water. I love water, and I hope that you'll keep drinking some. I hope these tips will inspire you to hydrate more and have a better relationship with water. And I want to thank you again so much for tuning in today for Makeup Free Monday. Before I go, I want to take one more time to invite you to my Lunar New Year's Eve live stream this Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you click the link in the video description on YouTube to set your reminder. It's going to be a lot of fun. We had a ton of fun last year, and it's going to be even more fun this year. Now, due to the Lunar New Year holiday, Makeup Free Monday is going to take a break next week, but make sure to join me again on January 30th at 4 p.m. and we're going to be having a fun chat about the benefits of green tea. So until then, have a great week. Please like and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to hydrate. Take great care of yourself and each other. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.